Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Larry Kelly Field, Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, and Rocky Yoakum set for the second half of American Heritage and Mainland High School. The Patriots lead the Bucks by a score of 30-28. Mainland will receive the second half kickoff. Milstein. And the Bucks will start at the 20.
He's done a nice job with that.
Great job tonight.
Again, we're going to see the impact of the Mainland kicker being hurt, you know, and what that may or may not have as we go along.
All right, what's the over-under, gentlemen?
Well, it's going to be over 50. Yeah, on the time limit or the points?
On the flags. Oh. Over-under, total flags.
Where are we at right now, Coach?
We're at 17 and 11, so 28 flags in the first half.
17. Over-under.
I say 40. 40 is the over-under.
Just
40?
for the second half.
Just for the second half.
I'm going to say under 20.
Okay.
20 is the number, I think.
20 is the number. I'm going to go under.
Okay.
I'm going to go over.
Okay,
wow.
and if you go over, right, you buy breakfast. Because that's what we're that's where we're going, straight from here. You're buying breakfast straight from here if that's the case.
First and 10 Mainland from their 20-yard line. We're just waiting for something to happen. The officials are standing over the ball.
They're going to start out in the empty set, so we'll see if there's been any change.
That's your boy.
That's your boy, Patty. Here we go. One time.
There's a flag on the play.
Coach Oakey made a great point about officiating last night, about it's a great officiated game when you don't even know they're here.
Right.
They found this at the end of the first half.
Yeah, a lot of
kind of staying with the empty look. And
start out with the Houston run.
Yep.
He breaks a tackle or two, takes it up to the 33-yard line, enough yards for a first down. First and 10 for the Buccaneers from their 32-yard line. Killens in the backfield with Houston. Killens on the carry.
They got back to their bigger box there, but he still got it out the backside. It's a good start for Mainland right here.
Pickup of 10 again. Move the chains. First down for the Buccaneers.
Looks like the Lions are on the card here.
Yes, we're getting the Lion. Houston rolling to his left.
Oh, goodness.
He's going to reverse field, go back to the right, and he'll be chased out of bounds, or knocked out of bounds, rather, by Bradley Clement.
I'll tell you this. Brother Burns is playing a football game. He's something else, Coach. We've just marveled at him all night. When they get it back to his side, he's pulling it up every time.
A lot of substitution going on here for American Heritage.
Yeah, they're trying to come in and out of a couple different looks, and I think they're just trying to find an answer. I think they got a good feel for when they have a back in the backfield. It's when they take the back out of the backfield that they have some issue.
Houston's pass is caught by Wilfred Taylor. Flags on the play.
Yeah, Nick Pert's got to get there a little faster, Coach. I think he got frozen a little bit there on the pump fake.
First flag of the second half. There's 2 flags on the play. This ought to be interesting. If it stands, and it won't, the reception takes the ball down to the American Heritage 26-yard line. But as we said, there were 2 flags on the play.
And they're conversing with the head official, Kyle Davis, tonight.
Oh, now they're going to have a conference.
we're going to bring in the side judge.
The officials don't get paid by the hour, do they?
If they do, they're making their money tonight.
No, but I think there's a bonus for flags over 60. So maybe they have an over-under as well.
I'm wondering if they're going to offset. They're on the far side.
Well, it's painfully obvious that one of them is going against Mainland.
Well, let's see if Coach Anthony's going to try to keep Kalo Hanna involved. He was integral in there toward the end of the second quarter there.
I'm unfamiliar with the single to the shoulder. I don't understand that one. Nonetheless, it's a penalty against Mainland. That goes on the sheet. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Buccaneers.
That time the signal was both hands behind the head. What is that signal, Coach Beach?
I don't know.
Both hands.
Lost it down.
He gave a loss it down, but
this was the first signal.
Offensive pass, legal touch, but
that's the only one that I can think of, but nobody touched it.
Imagine that.
Houston.
Yeah, here he comes. He's going to get.
We're going to run around for a few minutes. Wow. Come near side.
Oh, he's got to make the tackle though.
Slips one tackler, doesn't slip the other guys. One of the guys in on the play was Tyler Gordon for the Patriots.
Deontay Fair misses the tackle there back in the back here. He had a chance to kind of stop that 5 yards short.
Houston's caused a lot of guys to miss a tackle
He
tonight.
certainly has. And like we said, both quarterbacks have gotten into the flow of this thing, and they're kind of feeling. You can just tell that their body language is telling you they're much more comfortable.
Well, to answer your question, I think we might have a new punter. Nope, number 19 is coming out. It's the place kicker.
It's the place kicker, correct.
Ja'Kai Polite is still the punter. Nice knuckleball punt.
Wow.
Hits at the 25. Hits at the 25 and will be down to the 22-yard line. American Heritage will have their first possession of the second half, leading 30-28.
Coach, they might have gotten a couple more yards out of that one.
So here comes Mr. Gibson for the first series of the second half. He's joined in the backfield by Travis Jackson.
Here's that slant and go formation to the field that they showed earlier. Trips into the boundary.
And they got the one they want up there, Coach. They're back on Gregory again. And they're just going to try to go by him. He's going to run us. Okay. Boy, he is fast, guys. He is fast.
I think he's going to try to take the ball game over.
Goodness.
And there's a lick laid right there by number 81. That's 6'5".
Yes, sir, Coach.
Listed at 205, tight end.
Nick Eubanks coaching. Oh, and we're going to get we've got Mainland's
now the bench is getting one.
You know, Coach Ryan Smith used to tell us, and I enjoyed one of his philosophies about that. He never argued a call with the referees. He said, when you argue a call with the referees, you give your kids an excuse to do it. Now, don't get me wrong. Coach Allen has not always adhered to that philosophy, but I do think that that's a good thing.
I tried to be that way, but I had plenty of assistants that would take up the slack for me.
Exactly.
So.
Marcus Brunson was shaken up on the play for the Buccaneers. Another flag. That'll go against the Mainland sideline.
Coach Gahagan, once again, we see that situation, a role reversal. Usually it's Mainland laying people around behind the play or on the special teams, and they found themselves on the receiving end of some of those licks tonight. Trainers getting their work tonight. These guys are too talented to give them 3 yards.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's talk about this for a quick second as the penalty yardage is added to American Heritage. There's only so much that coaches can take before they got to start defending their kids and the game. This is ridiculous.
Billy, I agree with you on the ridiculous part, but it's going to be so closely contested that you know, all these yards, you know, you want to make them earn everything they're getting. They're just way too talented to give them anything.
I mean, we're headed toward more penalty yardage than offensive yardage for either school.
Yeah, you're probably right with that, and I don't have that number, but it's got to be a big number.
1st and 10 Patriots from the Mainland 45. Taylor with the handoff, and Mainland pinning their ears back and coming. First guy there was Avery Walker. He kept the shoes on that time.
If Mainland doesn't contain the quarterback, first half he kind of rolled and looked, and now he's just turning and running. And I think we're going to see a bunch more of the quarterback on the edge.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 12 for the Patriots. Mr. Gibson and company. Handoff once again to Taylor. He's going to get behind his offensive lineman. He's going to break through to the second level, and he'll be brought down at the 29-yard line.
Coach, that's old sprint draw scheme out of the spread set. You know, gets almost like a misdirection draw against a fast team. You get them kind of moving one way and flowing a little bit, and get it back against the grain. And that dude, he only needs a crease.
Adam Hamilton with the stop prevented a lot more yardage.
An offense huddle on the sideline.
No, they substitute so much, and just the skill players, the linemen, they just stay out there.
1st and 10 Patriots from the Mainland 31.
Zeroed out.
Gibson has some pressure. Going to roll to his left. He's going to run right out of bounds. Pressure that time being applied by number 13, Adam Hamilton.
Coach, I'm going to tell you, he's the fastest big kid that I've seen in some time. I don't know that I can't recall a kid with his size. I mean, and he's at full speed on his second step, other than Billy Gahagan.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You meant to say the fastest left-handed big guy.
Correct. I stand corrected.
Kai was the biggest punter, but Billy used to be the biggest punter.
That's enough. Shouldn't he be downstairs? It's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Patriots.
They changed the coverage. Small box.
Handoff on the speed sweep. He's got a few blockers.
Can't get him blocked.
And the secondary comes up big that time for the Bucks. Number 24, Randy Baker, going both ways.
It's not a good call against that coverage, Coach, because you got bodies on bodies out there playing man. Now against that look, if they come back and run that look and run the counters to the quarterback, back to that weak side, that might be something.
3rd down and 10, the Mainland defense.
Oh, hey, we're going to get something funny here.
Wants to get the Mainland faithful behind their defense.
We're going to have to have a timeout if we don't get organized here.
3, 2, 1, and first timeout called of the second half by American Heritage. As they take a timeout, so will we. American Heritage leading Mainland 30-28. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. American Heritage leading Mainland by a score of 30-28, but the Patriots are at the Mainland 30-yard line on 3rd and 10. Look at his score. Gibson's going to go up top. He's got a receiver wide open. And once again, overthrows Brandon Johnson.
He seems to have some trajectory issues a little bit. You know, he seems to throw that thing on the medium trajectory sometimes when he needs air.
They're going to come out here with their field goal attempt, it looks like. This will be a long one.
Well, you know, the odds are in their favor. They missed from 42. They attempted another 40-something yarder. They had a penalty on that miss. They brought them 5 more yards. They had a penalty on that one, and then they got first down, and then they ended up scoring.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown. Right?
I like their chances.
Yep, I think they do too.
This will be a 47-yard field goal attempt from the right hash.
He's got plenty of leg. We've seen that on the kickoffs.
Milstein. Plenty of leg, but plenty of width as well. No good.
Is that even close?
That landed at about the hash, the end zone hash. 7:16 to go in the third quarter. American Heritage holding on to a 2-point lead, 30-28 over the Buccaneers. The Bucs will have the ball. 1st and 10 from their 20, following the missed field goal. Houston takes the handoff to Killins, and he's swallowed up immediately by a few Patriots.
They set him up there, Coach. They covered up out there on number 2, and he came running off it, and because it's a small box there again. I mean, it's a run set. They've got numbers there, but when he comes off the apex backer comes, they don't have anybody for him.
Loss of 2 on the play will bring up 2nd and 12 for the Buccaneers.
Their jerseys.
Houston has a receiver wide open across the middle. I believe that was Taylor, Wilford Taylor on the reception.
Yeah, they've picked on Brandon Johnson a little bit tonight.
Pickup of 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3. We'll call it 4th. 3rd and 4.
Well, if you get a good release out of your solo guy up here, a lot of field to work with. They're going to bring some pressure. They're going to run speed option.
Killins.
Oh, goodness sakes.
Killins got smacked in the mouth. That was Anthony Glory.
It closes quick.
No replay.
That was a hard-earned first down. The officials will take timeout for water, and so will we. American Heritage leading Mainland 30-28. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Larry Kelly Field, Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, and Rocky Yoakum. American Heritage leads Mainland by a score of 30-28. Bad snap. Houston fields it. He's under pressure. He's going to fall immediately at the 27.
I think they figured something out here. I think they figured out some pressure combinations here. They're not setting back quite as much, and they're bringing some of that edge.
Make that the 24-yard line. Big loss on the play for the Bucs. It'll bring up 2nd and long.
I just hope they don't run a twist stunt with number 99 coming inside and he gets a clean shot, because I'm going to tell you right now, that guy is something special.
They haven't thrown it to his side one time.
Houston. Quick toss in and out of the hands of Wilfred Taylor. Incomplete, brings up third down.
Don't recall seeing any kind of screen game other than the quick screen in the end zone out of Mainland at this point.
We'll see that one again.
Third and long for the Bucks. Hanna in motion.
Nobody for third.
Houston looking for a screen. No, sir.
Oh, don't do that.
Houston under pressure throws an ill-advised pass, but it was caught nonetheless for a loss, and it'll bring up fourth down for the Bucks.
Mainland had no protection answer once they motioned. There's nobody. That's their best rusher here, and they bring the outside line. There's no protection built in for that.
Kalo Hanna on the reception for the Bucks. Fourth and forever. Ja'Kai Polite into punt. The very dangerous Tavares McFadden awaiting. Polite gets off a nice punt. Fielded at the 40.
Wow. Good tackle.
Fair takes it up to the 40-yard line.
Like a Velcro run there.
Down to the 40, rather. It'll be first and 10, Patriots from the Mainland 40-yard line. Torrance Gibson hands the ball off to Taylor, coming near side. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Nice stop.
It was, but it looked like it had the makings of a no gain there, and he just does a nice job of getting back up inside and sliding there, and another buck down.
The young man that made the play is shaken up on that play.
It's cramps.
They've been out here long enough.
No doubt.
30-28, American Heritage leads Mainland High School. Adam Hamilton was the Buccaneer with cramps. As the teams take the field, American Heritage will have 2nd down and 5 from the Mainland 35-yard line.
Coach Yoakum, the A1 officials, they better hope none of them are ever fugitives because they get more air time. They'll be found quickly.
Yes, they will.
.326 remaining. Hasden was in motion. Nice play. That's A.J. Westbrook bringing down Mr. Gibson.
It's one of the few times tonight he couldn't outrun him to the edge, Coach.
Yeah. Mainland has the speed to play, but they just can't get out of position or they'll find him around the corner again.
Right.
Third and 10, American Heritage.
They've had the sluggo on them.
Empty backfield set. Gibson with 3rd and 10 from the Mainland 40-yard line. Pressure up the middle by the Bucks. Gibson's going to stop throw off his back foot as he does.
Caught.
Pass was intended for and caught by his favorite target, Nick Eubanks, 6'6". Stepped in front of Cyrus Fagan and made the reception.
That was
down at the 14.
That was an unblocked blitzer right there, Coach, and he again gets his shoulder squared going the wrong way and just flicks it out there.
They've got plenty of guys that can go up and get it.
They certainly do.
Here come the Bucks. Hand off to Taylor. Stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. Ball is loose. We have ourselves a scrum. This is where the last helmet came off for Mr. Gibson. He's just standing up this time.
Yeah, that's been an interesting situation with the 2 helmets pulled off tonight. I'm not sure.
2nd down for the Patriots.
I would think that these young men are going to feel this game in the morning. There's been some.
I'm going to feel this game in the morning.
Correct.
2nd and 10 from the 14 of Mainland.
Usually they tell their kids to call their parents and have them come to the rides. There'll be parents lined up out here for this one thinking there's no way this game's still going on.
Gibson looking. Throws. Hey, there's a flag on the field, gentlemen. Flag is thrown at the 16-yard line. Pass was incomplete. Intended for Snelson.
Got a flag.
Holding the call against the Patriots. Please decline that. I mean, take the penalty. Let's replay the down. Please take the penalty.
This guy's throw anything underneath?
Nothing. We've not seen a curl route. We've not seen
about a 20-yard stops. They're an intermediate thing, and there's nothing.
Get open.
They haven't attempted a screen. They haven't attempted an out. They haven't attempted a curl, really.
2nd and 20 for the Patriots from the Mainland 25-yard line. Snelson in motion, comes set. Eubanks started his motion, and Mainland jumped off sides.
Where we at?
This is the fourth penalty of this second half. This is very, very, very slow as far as flags are concerned.
But couldn't be any slower as far as games are concerned.
That's 32.
Gibson, pressure up the middle. Finally brought down by Ja'Kai Polite. The Patriots keep going backwards. Third down. And what?
A bus ride.
A bus ride.
I think they could find some success if they would just, nickel and dime a little bit, find some underneath stuff, crossing routes, anything. They just
don't. An all or nothing.
All or nothing. Throw it down the field. You're right, Coach. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something similar right here.
American Heritage just got away with an illegal substitution. They had 12 guys on the field the whole time. Probably why they're going to call timeout. Timeout called by American Heritage. Third and a bus ride. They lead Mainland 30-28. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Larry Kelly Field, Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, and Rocky Yoakum. American Heritage leading Mainland by a score of 30-28. It's third down and very long for the Patriots from the Mainland 27-yard line. Gibson looking. Pressure by Ja'Kai Polite. Bounces off Polite. Stops. Reverses field. Rolling. Picks up a big block by Taylor. And finally goes out of bounds, losing about 4 yards on the play. Big Tadero Slayton, 6'5", 315, lost his lid. That means he's going to have to go and sit out of play. I don't know what's longer than a bus ride, but that's what American Heritage is faced with, Coach Yoakum.
I believe what we call it fourth in California.
Fourth in California. Cross-country trip, folks. Nobody back deep for the Buccaneers.
They're going to have another timeout if they're going to.
I wouldn't take a timeout.
Well, you're probably right, Coach. That's why you're still down there on the field and I'm up here.
I wouldn't say that.
And delay of game penalty. Going to be called.
Nobody hurt there, though.
I don't know if I want to do color analyst, but I don't mind sitting up here listening to y'all.
Zach Thompson into punt for the Patriots. Fourth and 33.
What do you got in the playbook?
I think that's right. That's their offense.
Yeah.
Just run a guy 44 yards down there and throw it to him.
That's right.
They'll punt it.
Sluggo.
The Patriots will keep their punting unit out. Back deep to receive for the Bucks is Wilfred Taylor. Thompson, shanks it right off the side of his foot. It bounces at the 30, takes a punter's roll inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
We talked about that last night. Don't coffin corner to the right. If he misses it, you got a bad spot. You get a shanky very much.
18-yard punt, gentlemen. 18 yards.
Gonna start the fourth quarter here, Coach?
That's the end of the third quarter.
The collective sigh you hear, or
all of us. American Heritage leads Mainland 30-28 as they look to change fields. We'll take a couple seconds to ourselves. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field. American Heritage leads Mainland by a score of 30-28. This is the start of the fourth and final stanza of this very exciting football game between number 2, 5A, American Heritage, and number 1, 6A, Mainland High School.
This is the set they had the most success with,
Nice play.
Nice long arms, but
yes,
the
sir.
defenseman just reached out and snatched him.
Yes, sir.
They figured it. They're playing.
Andre Jumper made the stop.
I tell you what, with Jumper and Burns on the edges, that's pretty sporty.
Houston has a receiver in the middle of the field, overthrows the intended receiver. That's Kalo Hanna.
That didn't look like one of his better efforts.
No, that was one of the poor throws of the night for Houston. He's questioning the route of the receiver, thinking maybe he should have come a little flatter across, but not a good ball.
That's like blaming your caddy for a bad read.
I do that all the time.
Yes, sir.
3rd and 10 Mainland from their own 24-yard line. Houston looking, finally finds a receiver on the far side. Adrian Killens out of the backfield.
Just wheeled him out of the backfield. Good call against that coverage.
That's enough yards for a first down. Move the chains, 1st and 10 Bucks.
I do believe that at some point conditioning is going to be a factor in this deal because there's a lot of football plays have been running. It's more like a college game as far as the number of plays run.
Nobody in the middle of the field but the nose guard.
And they got that big backer out here matched up again, and they're going to bring the edge pressure.
Quarterback draw, gain of about 1.
And we've got an offensive lineman, I believe.
The Bucks have a lineman shaken up on the play. Slow to get up.
I would venture to say that Mainland has not played a football game where as many of their players have been on the ground like they have tonight in any game that I've ever covered, coached against, or seen.
And rarely do they have to play this hard into the fourth quarter.
And that was one of the keys to the game. That, they haven't been under duress yet and haven't been tested. But they're getting tested tonight.
They've had quite a few guys shaken up. I guess the only thing
Scott's going to get an email
in their favor is that next week they play Deltona. It is a district game, but it's a lesser opponent.
Right.
But they are taking some hits tonight.
Well, I think that the thing that comes to my mind is man, how good is St. Thomas Aquinas to take this bunch right here out behind the woodshed 38-7 and beat them? I don't want to play them.
Bosco Prep took St. Thomas on the woodshed.
Well, the Patriots have Jackson next week. Not that it gets any easier for them either. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Bucks. Again, that's Marcus Tatum shaking up on the plate. Not sure what's wrong with him. The Bucks will stay with the empty backfield.
There's not a linebacker on the field, Coach.
Houston under pressure. He's going to tuck it and run. That's definitely a running posture. Picks up a block or two. Stays inbounds. Takes her across the 50 down to the 48-yard line of American Heritage. That's enough for a 1st down. Move the chains.
Coach Burns made it all the way across the field to get in on that play. That kid has a motor.
He does. Sure does.
He glides.
He's only an 8th grader. It'll be 1st and 10. These guys are loaded. These jokers. They just got jokers for days, man. And they're so small.
Right.
1st and 10 Mainland from the American Heritage 48-yard line. Houston, quick pass to Killens. Excuse me, that's Wilfred Taylor on the reception.
It's the play they broke in the 1st half for a touchdown.
Yep, missed tackle on that one, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's correct.
Second down and 6 for the Bucks. Houston, quarterback draw. Comes near side, has enough yards for the 1st down. Chains will move and the clock will continue to roll. Wholesale substitutions for the Patriots. Mainland stays with the group that's on the field. Houston's pass near side. That's Baker on the reception. He's going to be knocked out of bounds.
Ooh, where was he?
At the 31.
He was knocked all the way past the stripe.
Juan Williams will check in. 2nd and long for the Bucks. Trailing American Heritage 30-28. Pressure. Houston pass.
He is slippery.
Incomplete. And that was intended for Jaquan Williams. Third down for the Buccaneers. Christian Irving jumping off sides for the Patriots. It's 10:13, and that's not remaining. It's 10 o'clock at night. We're more than 3 hours into this game. American Heritage leading Mainland by a score of 30-28. 3rd and very short for the Bucks. Quarterback draw. Houston stoned at the line of scrimmage. He may have even lost a yard. It'll bring up 4th and short for the Bucks. Fourth and a very long 2. Dives across the 25-yard line to the 24. That's enough yards for a first down. From the 24-yard line of the Patriots. Houston under pressure. Not going to get away from that one that time. In on the stop for the Patriots.
Tyler Gordon. Now they put themselves behind the chains again. 95's coming out. Brandon Holiday.
They've played a lot of defensive linemen in here tonight. They've played a lot of kids.
They've played a lot of kids, Coach. You're right.
They do a lot of stuff in this thing.
Disguising the blitz and jumping off sides once again, Tyler Gordon. So the sack yardage is given back. Second and about 14 for the Bucks. Seconds left on the play clock. Houston under pressure. Dumps the ball off.
Great coverage.
Fastball is incomplete. That was intended for Adrian Killens. It'll bring up third down for Mainland.
Here he comes. Out. Hey, 21's hedging again.
5 seconds on the play clock. Mainland's going to have to take a timeout. And they do. Along with that timeout, we'll take one as well. Third down and 14, Mainland.
Tunnel screen if
Houston.
They're bringing the house.
Roll to his right, and he is
that's what I'd call if I
down
was
immediately. Christian Irving, Andre Jumper, along with Keith Seymour, a name we have not called all night long. All share the
sack. Was that
sack.
a tunnel screen or was that just a...
Sack all the way back to the 41. Brings up 4th down and 25.
Coach Cahagan, I just had a scary thought. As that lightning flashed off in the distance.
I saw the same thing, but I'm trying to block it from my memory.
Block it out.
Just under 6 minutes to go. Light with another knuckleball punt. Oh, and he's going to get a great roll. And nobody there to stop it, or did they? They're going to say that the Buccaneers stopped that ball.
Are you kidding me?
Well, they're signal touchback on the far side.
I couldn't see him. Yeah,
okay.
The guy standing right beside it.
We got it.
Just kind of.
Right. He didn't get down there. He's good, by the way.
Right.
American Heritage will have the ball 1st and 10. From their 20-yard line. Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, Rocky Yoakum. American Heritage leads Mainland by a score of 30-28. We're finally into the fourth quarter.
Water break. Hey, it's mandatory at 10:20. Everybody needs water.
We're taking water as well. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, Rocky Yoakum. It's 1st and 10. American Heritage from their 20-yard line. They lead the Buccaneers by a score of 30-28. Gibson hands the ball off to Taylor.
Kevin McCurry makes a great play right there. You know, I think something that's just been missed on this is, American Heritage has played all night with their backup tailback. And I think we might have a little different situation with the run game had their main tailback, been in the ball game all night.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but is that the case when the kid that's 5'7" has really done a lot?
Yes.
It might have been, and the way they platoon, who knows? They could have been the thunder and lightning type of guys.
Right, shake and bake.
Because not for nothing, if he's the backup, he's pretty good.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10. Here come the Bucks. Gibson rolls to his right, has a wide open receiver in and out of the hands. That ball was just thrown way too hard.
It would appear rolling at him and off his body.
Snelson, the intended receiver.
Huddle on the sideline.
10 seconds on the play clock.
Here we go.
Nelson in motion. Gibson's pass is complete.
It's going to negate a good play. He wasn't set for a second. We've got Coach Porter and another one of the American Heritage coaches have come out of the box and going to the back of the end zone and headed to the sideline. Maybe they want to be on the field for the stretch run.
They got plenty of time for that.
Yes, sir. Great player Coach Porter was. Played at St. Thomas Aquinas with Kevin Wilkerson. They were a great backfield tandem. Ended up at Boston College, all Big East.
Third down, 15. Gibson looking, under pressure.
Boy, he is shifty.
He's going to tuck it and run. Great block towards the end of the play. Blair Barrow delivered the lick.
6'6" and about 220. That's probably not one of the ones you want to have to take too many of.
No.
Fourth and 5, and American Heritage is going for it. From their 25-yard line.
I don't believe they will. I don't believe they'll snap it.
Rocky, they've got a lot more courage than I do.
Timeout called by American Heritage. The offense will exit. The punt team will come on. Hey, there's that breeze. You
I
feel
hope
it?
that doesn't mean there's a rain a-coming.
So the Patriots will punt from their 25-yard line. Dotson and Taylor back deep to receive for the Bucks.
They're still a man short.
Wobbly punt. Hits at about the 46-yard line. It'll be Mainland's ball, first and 10 from their 44-yard line.
I can't see it.
.338 remaining in this game that started in 1986.
Water break.
They better not. There better not be any water left in this stadium. And there's a flag on the play. I'm just kidding. That's his kid's yellow gloves. Houston, quick pass. Kalo Hanna gets away from one tackler, and he's brought down finally by Anthony Flory.
Kalo Hanna's made some big plays for him tonight.
Gain of 8 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Buccaneers from the American Heritage 48-yard line. Quarterback draw. Nope. Houston. Pass completed to Adrian Killens. Down at the 40. Enough yards for the first down. Chains.
As I scan the sideline, I don't see the place kicker for Mainland on the sideline. And a field goal could win this ball game. Is that not correct?
Yes, sir. 30-28 your score. American Heritage leads Mainland. Houston under pressure. Can't get away from it.
They better have an answer for that, though, Coach, because if they don't have an answer, there is no linebacker on the field. There is nobody in the middle of the field. Now, it looks like the nose is trying to play spy, but he's not going to get Denzel if there, there's any space at all involved there.
Mainland does have a backup kicker. It's number 28, Noah Garvey. He is standing at the 40-yard line.
Oh, it might want to go warm up.
Houston stays in the pocket. Gets flushed in the pocket. Slides at the 22-yard line. First down, Mainland.
Here we go.
.146 and counting.
Coach Hall.
Clock continues to roll. 8 seconds on the play clock. Houston takes the ball himself, and he'll take me down to the 20-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play, brings up second down. .111 remaining in the contest.
Coming down to it, boys.
10 seconds on the play clock. Killens in the backfield with Houston. Houston takes things into his own hands. He's going to be down to the 17-yard line.
I like that. I want to go.
Timeout on the field. Timeout taken by Mainland. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Larry Kelly Field, Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, Rocky Yoakum. 43 seconds remaining in the contest. Mainland with the ball deep in American Heritage territory. Trailing 30-28. Pump and go. End zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Mainland High School.
Great throw and catch.
Will Collins on the reception.
Here we go. They brought the backer. The back picks it up. 24 just lost side of the ball. Playing man in a man transition.
This is Noah Garvey in to attempt the point after. Timeout called by Mainland High School.
Like the holder cramped. They're going to go for 2 maybe.
Well, it's lived up to the hype, Coach.
It sure has. This will be a great win for Mainland High School.
Absolutely.
They don't get the kickoff run back on them, and they probably won't give that a chance.
36 seconds remaining in the game. A Houston to Will Collins pass has put the Buccaneers up by a score of 34-30. Mainland is without their place kicker, Peter Baudette, who is standing on the sidelines without his shoulder pads, and he's in shorts. So
Probably not going to be in.
I don't think he's coming back. The Buccaneers electing to go for 2. Houston rolls to his right, throws near side. That receiver's wide open. 2-point conversion. Halo Hannah. So with the 2-point conversion, Mainland now takes a 36-30 lead.
Wow.
31 seconds. 31 seconds, I believe. 31? 36 seconds remaining. Great ball game, but 36 seconds is quite a bit of time for these cats from American Heritage.
Especially in light of the fact that what they've done and much of their success is they've had success is throwing it up, you know, and running by. And if you drop everybody to cover, the quarterback's a threat to chunk some yardage off on a couple, you know, big plays, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Well, at this point, what do you respect? Do you respect his arm or do you respect his legs?
You respect his arm first because that's the quickest way he can beat you, and there's only 36 seconds until he makes you get into another defense, which that's how I would view it.
Scott Wilson doing his best Mark Beach impersonation as he's out to the hash marks for no apparent reason.
Really?
36 whole seconds. Again, it's a new kicker, Noah Garvey. Trying to get his steps correct.
They are frantically trying to get him to kick it somewhere, and he is not understanding these signals.
I don't know if that's the guy you want handling the ball.
Near side. Probably should have kept running, but he knows a little bit better than all of us. McFadden.
Oh, coach.
Near side. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. 24 seconds.
Except for the seconds lost, though.
He lost 12 seconds on that play.
Yep.
$11 seconds. Interesting. All right, so we have 11 seconds left. Mainland is ahead by a score of 36-30.
What in the world do we have going on here?
We have the student section jumping onto the field.
Interesting.
That's about what I thought, too. They put some time back on the clock. There's 22 seconds remaining in the game.
That sounds a little more.
Was there a penalty there? Or is that where he ended up finally going out of bounds?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I want to mark a penalty.
I'm not even sure how many timeouts are remaining. Nonetheless, 22 seconds. Gibson. Rolling to his right. He's got a lot of field. Probably should have stepped out of bounds, but he didn't. He's going to pitch the ball to his lineman.
Who's still running?
Lineman's going to run.
That's a long play. I can't see the clock.
Flag on the play.
No.
There should be 8 seconds left.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
The clock is experiencing technical difficulties.
The end has proven to be much like the rest of the game.
Gibson spikes the ball to stop the clock.
The clock is experiencing technical difficulties and will not stop.
Obviously, there was some sort of penalty on the play. It was first down again.
They knew the clock was going to wind on the set for play, so they have to kill it. So it'll restart on the start of the play, so they'll get a play off here.
I think they should just keep the time on the field since they've announced that the play clock won't stop. So rather than do this every time, why not just keep it on the field for 11 seconds?
Let's take some time to thank a few people. MVP Couriers, we make your life easy. Internet engineer Charlie Williams on the camera. Kyle Carbajal and Lori Wilhelm. The owner of Double D Productions, Dan Discoli. All of those people are responsible for making games like tonight happen. Gibson completes his pass. Now we're going to go trickeration. Now we have a flag. Now we have the ball in the end zone. Touchdown, Mainland High School. And another player without his helmet.
They need to raise the ball up over their head and
yes, sir.
All game.
Absolutely, Johnny.
No flag, they've decided.
That official has lost complete control of the game.
That's hard to imagine.
He's looking for the ball. He's trying to find the ball.
He can't,
and
so
he just waved goodbye.
And a lot of the fans are telling him he's number one. I don't understand.
All right, let's stay right here. Let's get out of here, guys. It's Mainland wins tonight's game by a score of 36-30. They fought back. And we've said it before, but Coach Allen, this was everything that we expected.
Absolutely. It was a tremendous game, marred by too many penalties and too much involvement by the referees, but the kids played hard. We had a great amount of talent out there. Both these teams are going to go far, and both actually have chances to win in their respective classifications, win it all. So I think they both got a lot of football ahead of them, and a hard-fought ball game, and a great win for Mainland.
Coach Oakham?
Great experience for the Mainland Buccaneers to play this kind of talent. I think we'll see both these teams go deep into the playoffs, and hopefully none of us will have to endure such a long game between now and then. There
will be no internet game next week, as there's no game being played here at the stadium. We will be back on the internet on Thursday, October the 9th, when Oviedo comes to play these same Buccaneers. That'll be followed by October 10th game. It's a Friday night. Cocoa at Seabreeze for homecoming. For Steve Allen and Rocky Oakham, I'm Billy Gahagan. Your final, once again, Mainland High School 36, American Heritage 30. Good night.